have a dentist in the audience.
Oh, really? Are you a dentist?
Yeah.
Well, I'm under dental care at the moment right now, so I need to be, but I'm glad to know you're there.
I do Saturday work if you need
Okay.
it.
It's okay right now, but I'm all doped up, so when I come off of this, that's when it's going to be. So, well, anyway, I cheated and I drew out this picture of Liberty. That's kind of my tag. And so it's not cheating. But I didn't want y'all to wait around for me even longer to make this. And so I never know when I do this stuff if it's going to be a disaster or if it's going to be okay. So if it ends up being a disaster, I'm sorry. I do feel bad like I rip people off. That's why if I do stuff on TV, I always make sure I have something all the time so I can pull out here at commercial breaks. And I'll pull it out every time. So,
Which one does he want?
anyway, oh, I'm not talking. What? Oh, I like them both. Yeah. Yeah, I like them. I want to pay for them too. All right.
No, if you can hear in the back, you gotta raise your hand.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not really talking. Take it. I forgot you were here. So, anyway, y'all, I'm Marie. I'm so sorry to be going around. But, hey, how are you? Good. Sorry, I had a little bit cleaned down. Yeah. She's looking at me like, what's he doing? But anyway, so I'm going to paint a picture in a second. And then, so most of what I do now are American icons. And so that's what Liberty's kind of quintessential American icons. That's what I figure would be the broadest subject to cover everything. And thank you to Daler-Rowney for having me. No, I don't, unless y'all think I need it. I'm just mumbling, really. Do I need it? Okay. I do? She says yes. She says I do. She says I need it. Somebody agree. So that might be me. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm ready now. So anyway, none of that just happened. Now we're starting. If y'all want to ask me anything too, I'm on painkillers, so I'm not responsible for anything I say. So that's my excuse.
You've been out. Wait, I'm just gonna hold this up.
I set up on painkillers, so I'm not responsible. No, it gives you really it's kind of freedom. I can do anything else you want. So that's why I was so terrible. But I'm not hooked on painkillers. Yeah. But after this tooth thing, it's so because I can't imagine letting it go.
Can you hear them?
Have you talked about my teeth?
I don't, because I'll be in the way.
Oh yeah, I don't watch it. I don't know what you hold in the mic.
Thank you telling you.
Okay, so anyway, most of what I do are American icons, and I've been painting since I was in college. I've been drawing since I was a little bitty kid, and I'm trying to think, what else do I eat? So anyway,
Where'd you go to school?
I went to University of Georgia over there in Atlanta. All 9 years of it. And then I only left it because they made me leave. My fraternity brothers did an intervention and made me leave town because they said that I wasn't allowed to live in the house for 3 years. And then they found out I had not been enrolled in class for 3 years. But I was really good at going to college, but I was not good at the academic side. There was no academia. But I had a great time, and I recommend it to everybody. If you can get away with it for that long. And my dad got very annoyed with paying for college. That never I did not. That's what I'm after that. But when I was in college, I was, y'all could stop me at any time and this story before to all the miners people. I mean, the girl in the cubicle next to me in the painting class who was painting chickens with their heads being blood being blood squirting out, and that's when I started thinking, well, that doesn't really relate to me very well. I was up there painting a mallard duck scene, and so everybody was making fun of me. So I started worrying that there wasn't any place for me in the art world. And then from college, I went to New York for a while, and the same thing happened. The first gallery I went to was this gymnasium-sized room, and in the middle room was this giant pile of dirt, and like a pyramid, like it was just pile of dirt. And so I said to the girl that was working in there, because it was such a odd thing, and they had a rope around it like in a movie theater, and she said it had something to do with bands in humanity band. It's a pile of dirt, you know. So that was made me worry even more that there was no place for me in the art world. You know, I've been drawing my whole life, and I thought that was what I was going to do, but I started, I'm going to get in trouble. So, I said, I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm no role model. I think whatever I do and do the opposite in life, in almost everything, especially buying real estate. But and so as time went on, you know, my friend and I, we lived in New York for 4 years overall. And that was the first couple of years I lived there. I finally got frustrated with it, and I just started getting kind of demoralized with all the art world. So right now I had this drawn out, and just kind of filling it in like a color, but this is really kind of what I do. I mean, I don't really have an absolute system for doing anything. I mean, the best artist would tell you to start with a broom and end with a needle, and that is the best way to do it, but I don't do it that way. I usually just start with whatever gets me there. Today, this is what's getting me to do this. So anyway, so if you know anything about the profession of art and how things should be done, just don't pay very close attention to anything there is. Especially if you're an art teacher or something like that. Just don't leave the room if you're an art teacher. Oh, they're acrylic. They're all acrylic. I would go broke for sure, but wait for all the time. Nothing against any of you guys who sell oil paint. But I mean, I used to paint oil paint. It's real pretty to look at. I mean, you know, I've got 3 kids in college. 3 kids in college with brand new cars and everything else. And so I can't afford to be that broke. So I can't live the artist life. I've got to exploit people and make as much money as I can. And there's no low I won't sing to now to make money. I have to. I've got an ex-wife and 3 husbands. All of which are very expensive. Don't ever get an ex-wife. That's very expensive. That's the most expensive thing. But anyway, so having said that, you'll see my driving motivation behind everything I do. But you know, the thing about art is I would be doing it anyway, even if I wasn't making a living doing it. As a matter of fact, I would even like it if I wasn't making a living doing it. But sometimes you get where you don't even like it. I get tired of looking at my own art. Sometimes I look at it and think, wow, why does it need to buy this stuff ever? And somehow it's cool. But what was I saying? I had some great stuff. So I was talking about the Limelight Gallery. You know, I thought that's what all art was. But so we moved back to Georgia, and a friend of mine had a restaurant that he had opened on Crescent Street, and he told me he needed a bunch of paintings to cover the walls of the restaurant, 15 or 20 paintings. And I said, oh, great, what are you opening? He said, Friday. It was like Tuesday. And so I went to Home Depot and I bought, at that time, this really crappy, they sold this colored enamel
that is our announcement for another class. You're not the only one here. So, but,
I didn't think that.
but, what are you painting with? What paint?
Oh, this is Daler-Rowney, Systems 3, soft body, fluid acrylic.
Okay,
Yeah.
ding.
Yeah, so.
And it's out there.
Daler-Rowney.
This is sponsored by Daler-Rowney.
And that's really good stuff.
Woohoo.
These are very good people, they're on top of their game.
Okay, thank you.
Daler-Rowney, Systems 3.
If you need a cheat
Fluid
sheet,
acrylic.
look behind you. Right there, look behind you.
That's what it is.
See up there, up to your right, to your right.
Oh, for me, a cheat sheet, okay. Oh, I see.
We had to get that.
But you know, I've known this brand forever, I just never really say that. You know, I mean, so this is part of Joint at Cole, Florida. And so, put it into the coal. It's one of those, I don't know how people get these coals. I mean, like, it's just go to church or something. You have plenty of church areas. Huh?
Where are the paintings that were there?
Oh, well, most of them, at that time, they're either sold or the owner, I'll be halfway through a painting that's not going that well, and I'll have, you know, literally thousands of dollars for paint on it, and, you know, I can't put your fancy paint all in for the whole thing, but I will now. Now on, it's all down running. Ding!
Do you start with a dark color like that, or?
Right, you know, this one I've been just outlining a little bit, and then I was gonna fill it in like a color, but, and I'm looking around.
But do you have to wait for the off to dry before you use a light color every time?
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah.
But since we don't have that time,
Right.
I'm not gonna, it's
So
gonna turn
should
into.
you have started with a lighter color so that you can,
That probably would be right.
okay.
But, thank you for pointing that
You're
out. So, that's what I was about to do.
You're still in art school.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do. And, oh, you did learn about that one. Yeah, but I forgot it all. So, but it's all, I'm also a paint color.
Your skills.
So that's what I'm liking, any kind of unprofessional painting thing. So I'll go in with some color, some blue and this. Oh, wait, I better not screw this up.
So how do you decide when you're gonna switch brushes?
When one gets too sloppy wet, and, you know, things are getting really muddy. But that's the danger of doing things live on TV without a blow dryer, is things can get muddy. So I try to keep things thin as much as I can, but sometimes my nature takes over and I just start, you know, shooting from the hip, the stuff. And, but when I'm in my studio, I go through paintbrushes like crazy. So everything's disposable to me. It's a bad habit to get into. But I never wash brushes out, so I just use them until they dry out. And then I soak them in alcohol as much as I can. But until that eats all the paint off of it. And I've always got these employees that are yelling at me to get stuff done faster. So,
Is that because you like to use the acrylics?
here's what.
That it dries out so quickly?
No, I mean, it would dry out even with oil. The paint wouldn't dry, but I mean, unless if it's like a heavier thing, but if it's like any kind of earth tone or anything like that, that's not a white color, it's gonna dry out just like acrylic thing. So that's like you gotta put some Terrapur or how do you say it? You know, glossy and things like that.
That is a brush you're using there too, but just without a handle.
Yeah, this is flat. I like these without the handle because it's easy to. And that's how I play ping pong too. By the way. But that's the thing. But I so anyway, now I'm thinking about every little brush stroke I'm making. So it's you know it's a bad thing to do because you know how it's like a golf swing. You think about swinging a golf club, you're never gonna hit the ball. You won't even make contact with it. So if you're just out there act naturally. So that's not what I'm doing right now. So I try to pretend I don't have people ask me questions and watch it every move I make. I'm sorry to be such a reckless, looking, wrecking ball person. And I'm trying to be more professional, but then the real me comes out.
We love it.
I try to not be so authentic. And,
Has your style always been like this, or have you gotten looser as time goes on?
oh, I meant to say, that's what I was talking about. I had a diagram on a little bit that when the guy asked me for all those paintings in that 3 days, I had to come up with a quick style. So I went to Home Depot and got all, back at that time, they had all these different color, latex enamel paints, which were, I'm sure that they're probably all disintegrated now. But at the time they were fun to paint with, because latex should be kind of fun because it's easy to throw around, it's real thin. But I did all these paintings real fast, and I had to, by necessity. But then that kind of became my look. That was a fortuitous event that he needed all these things quickly, and it forced me to do some work. And at that time, I was probably a little bit lazier than that. And but also at that time, I didn't really know what I was going to paint. I didn't have no reason for doing anything I did. But this, so that actually kind of formatted what I'm doing today. And I got that. I've always been kind of interested in history, and I always liked, World War II and things like that. So that's what gave me the interest in the subject. So when he told me about needing all those paintings, I couldn't think of what to paint, so I just said, I'll just do an Andy Warhol and I'll paint icons. And so I've been writing that Andy Warhol train for a while. I'll keep doing so until it wears out. Hopefully it'll last a little bit. But I'm getting old, I might be able to run out the clock. So I never thought I'd be this old. Never thought I'd make it. But anyway, but it was me as artists will sit around and talk about paint stuff, and we'll never actually do it. Oh, it's not bothering me that bad unless it's bothering y'all. Is that bothering? Yeah, it's better now, actually. Thank you, Charlene. This is Charlene from France. And that makes me look better, just having a girl from France. She makes everything sound better. Makes me look very sophisticated. Even though I'm not. And being from Macon, Georgia, you need something to give you that sophistication look. So I got French on. So it never works. But she answers the phone. Oh, you don't have to stand there all the time. You're going to get a prick in your neck or something.
Are you still doing work with Coca-Cola?
What's that?
Are you still doing work for Coca-Cola?
I do as much as they give me, but I haven't been doing as much as I used to. I think they're tired of me. They got tired of me, loitering around. And no, but I still do a pretty good bit. But some of this, well, I better not say that.
Well, I work for Coke.
Oh, you do? Well, I love Coke. Coke is my favorite thing because I'm not.
I'm not that high up to make a decision like that. So.
Oh, well, but now you don't have to be high up to love it, because I love
Yeah.
Coke, and the reason I love Coke, and I told these guys yesterday, was when I was a kid, my grandfather was a Coke bottle. Remember he got in Chattanooga back in the days when he did the turn bottles and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
And then every day we take all those bottles to this big warehouse that looked like Indiana Jones. It was really cool if you're a 5-year-old kid. And then, so it's been in our family a long time, just like a lot of people in Atlanta. But I love the company, and I'm glad I don't work there because they're all getting fired and stuff every day.
I know.
I hate me. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Well, I don't work downtown. I work for one of the bowlers.
That's not bothering me.
I don't have to worry about getting
Yeah, you got a little better job security.
Yeah, as long as I'm testing
If
those
you're
cases.
working at the headquarters,
Yeah, I know.
if you get over 40 years old, you're taking rid of it. You're taking too much money. They want the money. So, don't sass at that. You're so coach. So fair. So anyway, I didn't say a word on it, but I'll just deny it. I'll say I was taken out of context.
say you were being.
I'll say it was on paper, yeah. And that's true. So, most of what I say is suspect, that's true.
Would they commission you to do things like this?
Right.
Do they say, we want you to do it like this, or they just say?
They tell you exactly what. More than you want to know, you know. And so I just, but you know what I do? I don't listen to this whole time out like that. And most of the time, I mean, works out okay, but every once in a while, tell you, but because if I listen to these people tell me everything, they think they know what they want. I don't know if y'all, as artists, people always think they know what they want. Systems 3, fluid acrylic. Oh, hey, these are France as well. Not as pretty, but pretty. What was I saying? Well, System 3 fluid acrylic. So anyway, oh yeah, they tell you exactly what to do, but I've found over the years that people, they think they know what they want, but they don't really know what they want. They'll send you these photos to take from that are so bad. I mean, they would actually look at a photograph, but I don't know how people, don't give me a painting of, like if I was doing a kid, no offense to you. But that would be the worst picture, not, y'all, that would be the worst picture of this kid. It's just the worst photograph, not because the kid's ugly, no, because it's a bad photo. And, another picture. And then, they could do a profile of their child, and then they'll send you a photograph that's nothing but the back of the head. You just see hair, like cousin it. I mean, how would they think someone would do that? But they do. You know, so, but that's still, back in those days, I'd make it happen. The best things are pet portraits, you know, early I said there were a lot of pet portraits. The good thing about, I think I was talking about these too, if you can get a, wasn't that y'all was saying that to you? Oh yeah, but if somebody wants their dog painted, you can, just as long as you get the breed right, you put the spot in the right place, they'll say, oh, that looks just like Susie, or whatever the dog's name is. And it's just like you really capture. And I would have painted the painting up, but sometimes I literally didn't get it out of the dog breed book, so I lost the photograph. And so, this looks just like her. You know, and I would be all nervous giving it, what? Oh, I'm painting. I didn't have any timing on this. I was trying not to go too quickly because I didn't want to get muddy, and I didn't. And I figured, but that might be the paint color's just not my time. Well, that's what I'll blame it on if it doesn't work out. But anyway, so do I need to speed up or slow down? Okay. Just speed up. Am I bored?
Nope.
Right, because I would hate to be bored. I'd rather be shocking or offensive than be bored. But, maybe not offensive, but it's a late night group. I'd rather be offensive than bored. But so anyway, going back to talking about myself, which is why I love these things. I just talk about myself. Well, anyway, so it all ended up working out in the end because I was lucky that I shared a common interest with my audience, and I do think people were kind of longing for a lot of figurative stuff. And, you know, I'm not knocking any. I like every kind of broad spectrum of art. The artists, a lot of times, the artists that my favorite artists are not the ones that look anything like anything I do. And so, when people ask me what my influences are, I never really say my influences because that would be me flattering myself and my paintings look like whoever I was talking about. But I was lucky in the fact that I shared with common interest. I think that's why whatever success I have had has been a lot to do with that for the most part. Is that, you know, I like stuff that a lot of people like. And if you're painting chickens with their heads being that's great. The tools, you know, it's just not a big audience. I don't think, but there might be. Oh yeah, I'm looking. So, yeah, the chicken thing didn't work, and then I've seen a lot of Daddy. And that, it did not, I found out later that was what it was. He was his daddy right out. And, he does so he's bankrolling the whole operation. I tell you things we're not going to get going. So, I, probably learned on mafia. But anyway, so then when I got home, I just went up, continued on in Atlanta. I just went out from there and then it just grew steadily over time. So I tried to figure out how to really paint stuff. People pay me all this money. So then it makes it really hard for people to pay me all the time to do things. Then you have to make it be good. It's so annoying to have. Because when I was doing stuff for here and there, that's enough. Well, it really costs a lot. But now I'm worried to death. And so I System 3 Fluid Acrylic Daler-Rowney. See, I never said it before.
That's okay.
But I love it. I love you guys. I love all these art supplies. I love art supplies. I love that. And then the kids in college and all their cars and their vacations and all that stuff. I never get vacations. But anyway, they're living the life. These kids, but I'm not there. So, even about their mom, I'm not even bitter about her with the 2.3 million. So I don't carry that kind of hostility right here. And every once in a while, I'm all done with it.
What type of music you listen to when you paint?
I watch movies.
Oh, you just watch movies?
Music starts droning me to sleep after a while too. I don't know. I can't even explain that. I just fall asleep.
I'm just saying, where your brush strokes are, I always kind of reminded like jazz or some kind of like improvisation jazz, bebop or something like that.
I love music. I mean, yeah. I play music. I'm a bad musician, but I've never really. Every time I put music on, it lulls me to sleep, and then I start freaking margaritas and stuff. And then I'll like call some friends of mine or call some girl. I used to call girls. Now they don't talk to me anymore. And then without security. And then that's why I have to pay girls. The only girls talk to me now are employees. No girls that aren't on payroll. But for some reason, it just lulls me to sleep.
Is that their own process of how they paint stuff, what they listen to? So
What's that?
I said every artist has a process of what they listen to when they paint stuff.
What's that? Really at midnight to 8 a.m. When all the people are gone. Because I paint in my studio, which is it's also, we use it as a retail space. The people are coming in there all day long, and then I have, it's Charlene's my nice employee. I have two girls mainly. Charlene's the nice one. I have this, the other one's a really mean one. So and I can't find. What's that?
The mean one, she's the one you keep on, she tells you.
Oh,
Pushes you.
Well, I don't want to be pushed. She's annoyingly. One of these days, I might. Not really. Figured metaphor. But anyway, no, but she's a terrible person. So nowadays, nobody wants to work. I couldn't get anyone to play her. So she was working at a pie shop before she started the gallery. So I think she's pretty lucky to have me. She got to
Is she here?
No. Oh, no.
I'm lucky she doesn't kill you.
Trust me, I wouldn't fight her hand to hand. I do something sneaky. I sneak up from behind the bush with a brick or something. It was terrifying for that girl. I like a lot of war movies and any kind of like I love John Wayne or cheesy. Last night I was watching all these cheesy because I run out of movies. I've seen everything, so I was watching all these like John Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal movies and stuff. Anything with you know, guys killing guys and karate and all that stuff. I'm pretty low brow. You know, there's not a lot of, I'm not watching any of these cans of film festivals or playing, you know, foreign language movies or anything like that. But I am resorting to some foreign language actions that are really, the acting is really, really bad. You know, the uniforms aren't even right and stuff.
Did you have an idea of how you were gonna paint this Statue of Liberty compared to others? No.
Yeah, is it working out okay?
Yeah.
Nervous about it.
So you can have that drawing and paint it whatever colors you feel like painting.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
day.
right. You know, as long as, I always feel like I guess I should talk about art, this is free, fluid acrylic.
Ding.
Daler-Rowney. That's $100. And so anyway, it's not for me, somebody else needs to pay, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I think, but anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, if I get, that's why I start with these, I put these shadows, and I always like to get these high contrast, photos, and the best photos are these pictures, you know, that you can see where the light's coming from one light source in one direction. And then if you get the light and dark, it makes a template, and I just fill it in like a coloring book. And it doesn't matter what colors I put in here, as long as they're dark or light. So you can put anything in there, put, you know, these purples in there, or blues, or even a deep red, you know. So, mixed with purple. So, but you know, it doesn't matter what, the colors don't matter. So, and really, I should be a little more daring with this than I have been, because I've been on painkillers. And then, but you can put any color in there, and really, like if you look at Warhol, and one of my favorite paintings of Warhol, I don't know if you've ever seen, well, the mouth painting he did, the whole face is green, you know what I mean? And it's so odd and weird that it's really a spectacular painting, and he did one of Nixon like that, too, and it's the opposite of anything having to do with reality, but the light, dark, is a little right. So it ends up working out okay, to me. And so, but sometimes I end up trying to do these realistic colors, you know, light colors on there, and then the painting ends up not being as gutsy as it should be. And you know what I mean? It's just like it could be anything, and I need to be a little more reckless about it than that. So, just to illustrate it. But that makes sense. So, sometimes when I hear myself talk about art, I feel like you're such a dumb idiot. You know, because I feel like I'm talking about art is something I feel like it exposes my ignorance with art in general. But so I try not to let people catch me talking about such a very often. Which is funny, if people get you to talk about artwork, they want you to talk about art. So I try to talk about everything about art. So I try to trick everybody, not recognizing that this guy doesn't make sense. So that's what it should be. Something I think, I don't really, it's like you were saying, I don't think about what I do really. I'm sitting here watching Steven Seagal movies, and we're studying here right now doing the cityscape. Little TVs with every little window and stuff. It's a big company, and I can't screw it up, because they don't get it, just screw it up and make it kind of weird. So I gotta make it good, you know, pay me a lot of money, so it's really hard. So they're looking through the window, and I'm detailing it. Is that someone telling me to get up? Oh, that's Stacy. Oh, yeah. I use rough assistance. Yeah, I'm not one of these real artists that just come up with stuff out there. Unless it's flowers and stuff. I do a lot of flowers too, and that's a good switch too, because if I do flowers or landscapes, I don't really have to look at anything. I can just turn my brain off and watch the drawing. You know, do it like this. Not really. Yeah. No, I do. It depends on the day. You know, you see these people in their artwork, but dentists even love it. And so, it's the bank and the toothache. It's been a bad toothache. So, it was really bad. Gosh, Stacy's voice scares me. It's not right. It's like the people at Barnes and Noble tell you you gotta leave. They tell you every 15 minutes like how much time you got. I'm over there panicking. Look at all the magazines and stuff. So she should get a job there. Just talking about it. They'll scare you to death at Barnes and Noble. I'm kind of a coward though. Well, y'all appreciate y'all coming to see me. And I'm sorry I'm not more present. Normally I would be very.
Penley's been mentioning the name System 3 Fluid Acrylics over and over, and we've been joking about it because we told him every time he said that, Howard, the owner of Binders, got $20.
And I get a piece of that action.
So, if you didn't know it, and I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir, independent art stores are a dying breed. So people like Binders are a gift to our community. They have the selection, and the fun thing about watching Penley and his relationship with Howard here at the store is he walks every aisle and looks at every product and wants to buy and demonstrate everything to stay
Looking for the silver bullet.
yeah, looking for that magic. And so,
Never happens.
you know, and while Michael's or Hobby Lobby are great people, and it's nice to have convenient stores everywhere you go, right? But they just don't have the selection. You won't find, you know, your those silver bullets that he's mentioning. So
You can't get one silver bullet there.
yeah, so independent art stores, support them. Binders being our hometown one here, 2 stores located here in Atlanta. Be sure to support Howard and his staff because they really give us a gift by us not having to find everything online or buy them at big box stores. But thank you for coming, everyone.
I'm sorry to say,
Did you start in the boils and what made you switch?